I always had it in my mind that I would finish my education, but life moved quickly. I went to Eastern Michigan University 1981 to 1983. I came home because my mother got sick, and then unfortunately, I just didn't go back to school then. So I applied for the Detroit Police Department. At this time, I'm 22 years of age, and I applied for the Michigan State Police at the same time. Detroit called me first, so that started my history in the Detroit Police Department. Once you got into the Detroit Police Department, the number of hours that you were working, a lot of overtime, made it very hard to go to school and stay in class. You had instructors that didn't understand policing and didn't understand the fact that, some of us didn't work normal hours. So it made it very difficult, and I just didn't go back to school. I got married in 1993. I was 30 years old at that time, and I started having kids. So also, it prevented me from going back to school. I just never found the time. As I started sitting through the police department, other individuals who got promoted with me either had their degrees or talked about going to school. And as I got through the ranks, and that's one thing that always eluded me, is that having that piece of paper to legitimize the fact that I knew what I was doing in the management position, but I just didn't have the paper behind me to support that. And it was one of the things I know my mother always wanted me to do. I decided I wanted to do that at some point. When I was at Eastern Michigan University, I heard about Cleary back then. A lot of Detroit police officers started going to Cleary, and one in particular got into the class, about the same age, a little older than I am, and that's at the point in that time I decided, I can do this. It was 30 plus years from the last time I had gone to school until I started attending Cleary, and that in itself made it a little scary to go back to school, but Cleary made it very easy. They sat down, they walked you through everything. Every instructor I had was very approachable and great. They made the time for you to ask questions. They were able to explain things in terms that you can understand it. And I think that is the biggest benefit for Cleary. It's a great way to get your education. It has made us a better department. We're starting to look at whether better decision-making has been made based on the fact that individuals are getting higher education. And the overall excitement of everyone wanting to go a little further in their education is great. I mean, the groundswell is just growing every day here. My mother passed about 4 years ago now. And that's one of the things that she always wanted for me, is to get the higher education, be the first one, being her only child. So I was thinking of her on that day as I walked across the stage, finally completing that degree. And I think it was a week later, just before Mother's Day, somewhere around that time, that I actually went out and I took a copy of my bachelor's degree and I rolled it up, put it in a bouquet of flowers and put it on her grave. I would definitely recommend Cleary to anyone who's thinking about going to college and further in their education. This is the way to go.